One day I was brave enough to front up to my senior manager and said, I really want to be able to work for more longer fixed periods of time and then have more time off so that I can travel better. And he just looked at me and said, no one in my senior management team will ever be allowed out of the business for more than 2 weeks. And that was it. There was no conversation, nothing to discuss. That was it. And I was devastated. I thought, well, that's not going to work for me. There was like a jail sentence. I thought 2 weeks, that's it. That's all I can have free for myself. You know what the lesson was? And I didn't realize it probably until now. In fact, actually until a couple of days ago when I read a really good comment from Jackie Lane, who's your book advisor. And she said what this whole, what this work-life integration is about the life we choose, is working out what we value. And that's the really, really honest discussion that you have to have with yourself. And it's quite difficult because we're quite conditioned to think, maybe like how our parents taught us, there's a lot of pressure, maybe there's pressure there, or there's peer pressure, or there's this expectations of following a certain path. And there are rewards at the end. I gave up a lot of money making the choices that I did. I gave up a lot of money, but that was okay for me. I didn't realize it at the time. And if I'd have made the choice based on money only, I wouldn't be here where I was today at all. I had to make a choice, and it was really hard. I think it's easier to make those choices today, but I don't think you can make them until you understand what's important to you. And what's important to you may not be important to anybody else, and that's okay. You don't need to compare yourself or anything like that. And mine was significant. For somebody else, it's like maybe just enough time to get home to always see the kids when they come home from school, or if you're a grandparent, you want more time with your grandchildren, whatever it is, or you want to be able to start to give back to communities, which needs odd hours or whatever it is. What is it that you value? Because
you do work from anywhere, from lots of different places.
Yeah.
You're not a lover of tech, but you still make it work.
Yeah, tech doesn't love me either, I have to say. So what I know now, you've obviously helped me out with a lot of simple sort of systems. If I'd have started off with those all those years ago, life would have been incredibly different. So I need tech that works for me. So I don't want to delve into the why and how it works and all the rest of it. I just really need simple systems. I was really lucky that you actually came along and helped me out so much in the last few years. I wouldn't have been able to manage my business and enjoy my business as much without those simple systems. And I hate tech. I really don't like it at all, but I respect what it can do. And I probably still only use about 10%, of every application that you give me, but it doesn't matter. It gets me there. And I would say to it, like biggest rookie mistake in the early days of like messy Excel spreadsheets and what have you, just don't do it, And if you're not into it, ask for help, because you're like me, I'm the wrong person to go out and test and trial and research sort of tech sort of stuff. You actually just need a solution. Just pay someone, get the right solution for your business, and go do what you're good at.
We could not live without Google Docs. We on a weekly basis, Karen helps me with some of my writing and some ideas, and we just share a Google Doc, and Karen will be in Bali and I'll be over here, and we'll just be typing together and commenting and working on a document. It's absolutely fantastic for me because I can get help, and it works both ways as well, but we can do it in real time.
As I said, you just keep learning because nothing stays the same. So you actually have to keep moving. And that's the most important thing that I've learned. But moving doesn't mean just throwing things out. And I said, I'll come back to what Jackie Lane said, work out what you value in life. And then it goes from there. And we all need money. We all need jobs. We need to do it all. But there's always based about, and you have to be really honest with yourself. It's not about what somebody else values. And you have not got to worry about judgment by other people. There's no time. You have to be in love with your own life and your life, not anybody else's.